Welcome back, everyone. We are now joined by Rachelle Hruska McPherson, founder of Lingua Franca, a cashmere sweater line you launched last year, and we have so many props up here. John's pulling up the first one that he can grab.
Where's the
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I feel like very official in this building.
All right, so
very cool.
You and I have known each other and been friends for years, okay?
Here.
I start seeing you like wearing all these sweaters on Instagram, and I kind of think, and it was like a hobby, right, in the beginning?
Well, it was actually a stress reliever for my job, which you know me from,
Yes.
Best of a Guest.
Okay.
So my therapist was like, you have a lot of anxiety, you're doing a lot of things with the internet, you need to do something in real life with your hands. So that week in Montauk, that was last February, I picked up a needle and I wrote Booyah on an old sweater. And I thought it was really funny, so I put it on Instagram.
Yep.
A lot of friends started asking me for some, and I started doing hip-hop phrases. That's a little toddler one.
Right.
Isn't it adorable?
Okay.
Original gangsta.
I
Right,
started
from
doing,
the 90s, right?
Here, look at this one.
How many of these have you sold?
So we're on our 7,000th number.
At what point did you stop sewing them
Oh
yourself?
my God. I think there's maybe one that I don't even think any of these are mine. You can tell mine because they're really bad. We have 45 women now who hand-stitch them all.
Wow.
Where?
Out of the Jane Hotel.
Amazing.
That is a great venue
it's
for it.
amazing. It's like opposite of my internet company.
Guest of the Guest. Which many people do know you as the founder of Guest of the Guest.
Exactly.
And did they start? I thought they started as like politically motivated.
No, they
weren't
actually started as hip-hop lyrics on Cashmere.
Okay.
What I realized after the election was a lot of our seamstresses were immigrants. The 3 of them were Iranian, and they were crying in our offices, and I thought, this is not good.
Right.
This is hitting people that I know. So we started doing political ones.
Yep.
Like this one, right?
We started
This is one
with
of
I
the
Miss Barack. Yep, that was
the
one
classic
of the
ones,
first.
right? I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio, Christy Turlington.
Yeah.
There are people that have been
Leonardo
rocking these,
bought-
right?
And I brought, this one is actually the ones we started on. This is the original Pringle
Original
cashmere.
gangsta.
What's Pringle
sweater.
Cashmere?
Pringle is like the best cashmere brand in my opinion.
Isn't Laura
And this-
Piano?
It's not Laura Piano, but
No,
it
but isn't
is.
Laura Piano the best cashmere brand?
Well, I tend to think this Pringles is.
All right, what do I
This is
know?
your favorite.
This is a vintage fit, and so we copied the fit and colors of Pringle and made our own.
And what is
we're
the,
doing stripe for summer. This
what-
is our Picasso stripe.
What do you sell them for?
Yeah.
So the custom ones are $400,
Okay.
which seems like, wow, a lot of people are freaking out, but you have to understand that they take around 4 hours
To make.
Okay.
This one is, I love this when I wore it to the Women's March. It's the names of women that I admire on the front and back.
Very cool.
And a lot of people are asking for it, but I
Meryl,
will never let it
Hillary,
go.
Yoko Ono, Gloria Steinem, Oprah.
So anyway, when you buy the sweater, half of it goes to charities. So we're giving basically a wholesale price, which is $200.
Okay.
And we send $200 to charity. We've given over $40,000 so far.
What's the charity?
Any charity you choose.
Planned Parenthood, I think, is one of them.
Any of them.
So how does that work? So you give Lingua Franca, which is the name of the company, you give them $200 and then you write a check, or how does that work?
So you give us the $400 and then we make a donation in your name and we send you the certificate that says that we did it.
But then you choose, I guess, on the checkout which charity you want it to
So
go
this
to.
is the other thing. We do not have a website. It's very old
Right.
school, which is one of our sweater sayings. My programmers are like, do you want us to make you a Shopify?
uh-huh.
And I'm like, no, I actually think it's kind of cool that it's so hard to figure out how to order them. You actually email a person at info@linguafranca.nyc.
Yes.
And she takes you through the processes, but it's very much a person talking to you. It's not a form. So if you don't know what you want, she'll talk you through like what's important to you. You can also order, hip hop phrases on them too, but we do a lot of the customization is for the Resistance series, which is Hearts Not Parts was a good one.
did the
Power to the
Resistance-
Peaceful is another one I love.
Yeah.
We did this one for the North Dakota pipeline.
You
That's
are
right.
coming up on, you are also a
Oh,
hotelier.
there's the video.
You're also a hotelier.
My husband is.
Well, come on, you're whenever I have a problem or anything, you're always the one I go.
He doesn't have an assistant, so I
all right,
feel like
you are-
I take on a lot of problems.
You are a hotelier and a restaurateur.
Ah.
Your high season is coming up with the Crow's Nest in Montauk. You could sell 1,000 of these in a weekend. So what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You got the little store there, too. Are you going to sell them in the Crow's Nest store?
So at Bob Mellett's store, we started with vintage. At his store, we'll probably keep it to vintage there. We're now in around 50 stores around the world. So we have really picked stores that we believe are good for our brand. So like in New York, we're at Bergdorf, 5-story, and we're at The Line, and we're going to be in Kierna Zabate. Out east, we'll be at Surf Bazaar and Kierna Zabate and the Crow's Nest. And then around the world, we're at Liberty London, Fred Siegel in LA,
Yeah.
Webster in Miami. So stores that we think really resonate with our brand, we've turned down a lot. And then Net-a-Porter, obviously.
When are you going to do
and
men?
Saks
I want you to make
are
me
big.
one that says, I want a summer color.
Cheese.
Yeah, I want this.
So we
and
did-
I want that and cheddar.
We
That-
took Picasso, so I was inspired by Picasso's life in the south of France, and he was the ultimate outlaw. You know, his life was just totally off the radar. He beat the system. So we found the old shirts that he wore,
Yeah.
and we copied it into cashmere. So
Will
it's
that
a little
fit
bit
me or
big.
no?
I feel like this could, and we have a red one over there that says Booyah. So this series is the Picasso series. You can
Yeah, I
wear
want
it
that
as
one.
a beach cover-up. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's a good one with the stripes.
I won't
Perfect.
stretch it out. Don't worry.
I mean, that's a small woman, so I feel like if you can fit that,
If you've been working out, John,
is
it might be the
small women?
arms that are going to be tight.
I know.
It's okay, I think. I won't stretch it out.
I love it.
It is perfect for the summer. Now, are you
also, I'm
find
stretching out a lot,
yourself-
too.
Do you think you're going to spend
Oh my
an
God.
increasing amount of
Very,
time?
it's very Picasso-esque on you. It looks amazing.
I love it.
We have to get you like a
You
paintbrush
gotta get
now.
me. You gotta get me. If I'll this in a medium
Okay.
would be amazing for me.
Or we have
Perfect
an
for the
orange
summer,
stripe.
This is
John.
like the what's it? Fat guy in a little sweater. Fat
Totally,
guy in a
totally.
little sweater. Okay.
All right, do you suspect that you'll be spending more time dedicated to this moving forward and less time with Guest of a Guest, or is Guest of a Guest still your primary
Yeah, I mean,
focus?
I already feel like Guest of a Guest is doing much better without me, but it's really cool. The two businesses are in the same office, and they're completely different, so there's a really cool mix happening right now.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like wherever I'm needed, I go. I feel like the day is always determined by, you know, putting out whatever fires I need to, but this is actually, you know, what my heart is very excited about right now, and I feel like because of that, the world is coming together as I want it to.
All right, Rachelle Hruska McPherson, founder of Lingua Franca. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Coming up after one of the largest IPOs in recent history, how will the IPO market fare in the